What if the very thing you've been told to do for your health after 60 is actually holding you back?
Be honest. Have you noticed it's getting harder to get up from a chair without using your hands? Do stairs make your knees scream? Are you walking every day just like your doctor said, but still feeling weaker, stiffer, slower?
I know what that feels like. I'm Dr. John Harrison. I'm 91 years old, and I used to believe walking was enough too. But then I saw the truth.
Let me paint you a picture. You're 72. You've been walking every morning around the block, and yet, one day, you trip on your front steps. Your reflexes aren't fast enough. Your leg doesn't respond. You fall. Hard. This isn't just hypothetical. This is exactly what happened to a patient of mine. She walked daily for years, but it didn't protect her from the fall that broke her hip and changed her life forever. But here's the shocker. A groundbreaking 2024 study found something so powerful, it changed how I practice medicine even at my age. It revealed that people over 60 who replaced walking with 5 simple, specific exercises reduced their fall risk by 73% and doubled their strength. And they spent less time exercising than the walking group. These movements target the exact weaknesses that walking doesn't fix. And the number one exercise? So simple. 94% of people can do it at home without equipment. And it activates deep biological processes that literally reprogram your cells to age slower. If you're over 60 and want to walk strong into your 80s and beyond, watch this video to the end. There's something in here that will completely change how you think about aging. Now tell me in the comments, how old are you and where are you watching from? We read and reply to every single one. Ready? Let's begin. For decades, we've been told the same thing. Just keep walking. It's the best exercise for older adults. And don't get me wrong, walking is better than doing nothing. It helps your heart, keeps your joints moving, and gets you outside. But here's the problem. It doesn't target the silent losses happening inside your body after 60. You lose 1 to 3% of muscle mass every year. That means by 70, you've already lost a quarter of your strength, even if you're walking daily. Your reaction time slows, your balance weakens, your bones become more fragile, and your core muscles stop firing properly. And guess what? Walking does almost nothing to fix these. It doesn't train the muscles that catch you when you stumble. It doesn't strengthen the core that keeps you from swaying. It doesn't restore the fast-twitch fibers you need to grab the railing when you trip. Walking is like brushing your teeth but never flossing. You're doing something, but not enough to prevent the real problems. That's why the latest research from Denmark, Harvard, and the Mayo Clinic is so groundbreaking. It shows that with 5 targeted movements, done just 3 times a week for less than 25 minutes, you can reverse many of these declines. And you don't need a gym. You don't need fancy gear. In fact, the number one exercise on the list requires no equipment, and you can do it in your living room. These are not hardcore workouts. They're smart movements, designed by surgeons, proven by science, perfected by seniors like you. In just a moment, I'll walk you through each one step by step and explain exactly why they work. Because once you understand the why, you'll never go back to just walking again. Exercise number 5, wall push-ups with hold, reclaiming the strength that protects you. Let me ask you something personal. When was the last time you felt confident catching yourself if you slipped? Not just hoping you wouldn't fall, but knowing you had the strength to stop yourself mid-stumble. See, that's what most people don't realize about aging. Your upper body strength isn't just for opening jars or lifting groceries. It's your first line of defense against injury. And yet, after 60, we lose about 3% of muscle mass every year, especially in the upper body. The muscles in your chest, shoulders, and arms, they quietly fade unless you fight for them. I learned that the hard way at 74. I reached out to grab a falling stack of books, and I couldn't. My reflexes fired, but my arms weren't there for me. That moment, that helpless feeling, woke me up. But it was also the beginning of something better, because I discovered a simple, safe way to rebuild strength where I needed it most. The wall push-up with hold. This isn't your gym class push-up, no pain, no floor, just a wall and your will. And the results? A 2023 study in the Journal of Aging and Physical Activity found that seniors doing this move for just 8 weeks increased upper body strength 34% more than those doing traditional floor push-ups. Even better, their reaction time improved by 23%, a game changer for fall prevention. Here's exactly how to do it. Stand about arm's length away from a wall. Place your palms flat against it at shoulder height and shoulder width. Feet close together or slightly apart. Lean in slowly until your nose is just a few inches from the wall. This is where the magic happens. Hold that position for 3 to 5 seconds. Feel your chest engage, your shoulders stabilize, your arms support, and, surprise, your core light up. Then slowly push back to your starting position. Take your time. That's 1 rep. Start with just 5 and work your way up to 15. The secret isn't in doing more, it's in doing it slower. Each repetition creates what we call time under tension, the gold standard for building strength after 60. Need more challenge? Step your feet farther back. Too much? Step closer. This exercise is adjustable for any fitness level, and you'll feel stronger in less than 2 weeks. But what matters most isn't the muscle you build, it's the confidence you reclaim. When you feel your own power again, when you can push yourself upright, catch yourself mid-trip, or hug someone without shoulder pain, that's when you realize, I'm not losing strength, I'm rebuilding it. So here's my challenge. Try it today. 5 reps, 2 seconds in, 5-second hold, 2 seconds back. You've got nothing to lose and your independence to gain. Exercise number 4, seated leg lifts with resistance, restoring power to every step you take. Be honest, do your legs feel weaker than they used to? Maybe you avoid stairs now. Maybe you pause before getting out of a chair. Or maybe, like many of my patients, you've caught yourself thinking, why do my legs feel like they don't belong to me anymore? It's not your imagination. After age 60, the muscles in your thighs and hips, your quadriceps and hip flexors, start weakening faster than most other areas, and walking alone isn't enough to stop that decline. I learned this the hard way in my late 70s. I was still walking daily, even proud of my routine, but climbing stairs became effortful. I'd push off with one leg, and it felt like the message from my brain took longer to reach my muscles. That disconnect? It's a real biological process. Age slows down both your muscle activation speed and your unilateral control, the ability of each leg to work independently and equally. The solution? A surprisingly simple move called the seated leg lift with resistance. This movement has helped hundreds of my senior patients, and it helped me feel steady and strong again when walking, standing, even stepping over the bathtub edge. A 2024 study from the Archives of Physical Medicine found that older adults who performed this exact exercise 3 times a week for 8 weeks improved stair climbing ability by 45%, walking speed by 28%, balance and fall recovery speed by 31%. Why? Because this exercise targets exactly the muscles that help you rise, step, and stabilize. Here's how to do it right. Sit in a sturdy chair with a tall back. Keep your back pressed firmly against the chair. Feet flat on the floor, hip width apart. Slowly lift your right leg straight out in front of you, knee extended. Hold for 2 to 3 seconds. Lower it down, but don't let your foot touch the ground. Keep the tension. That's 1 rep. Do 10-15 on each leg. The key, no momentum, no swinging, just slow, controlled movement. As you get stronger, you can add ankle weights. Start with 1-2 lbs. Use a resistance band looped around your ankles. Pause longer at the top, up to 5 seconds. This is called progressive overload, and it's the secret to getting stronger at any age. Your muscles respond when you challenge them, even in your 80s and 90s. And because you work one leg at a time, it trains unilateral stability, fixing imbalances that most people don't realize they have until it's too late. I always tell my patients, if your legs aren't strong, your world gets smaller. You'll avoid steps, you'll sit more, you'll hesitate. But when your legs regain their power, your life expands. You walk more confidently, stand up easier, say yes to more outings. So here's your action. Try this today. 10 reps per leg, 2 seconds up, 3 seconds hold, 2 seconds down. And remember, every strong step you take tomorrow starts with lifting your leg today. Exercise number 3. Standing heel, raises with balance, training your hidden lifeline. Let me ask you a question. If you stumbled right now, would your body be fast enough, strong enough, stable enough to catch you? I've asked this of many patients over 60. Most pause, some say yes, but their eyes say no. The truth is hard to hear. Your risk of falling doesn't come from clumsiness. It comes from muscles you forgot you had. And one of the most important muscle groups? Your calves. I call them the forgotten stabilizers. You see them in the mirror the least. You rarely train them, but they are essential to balance, circulation, and coordination. A groundbreaking study by the National Institute on Aging found that calf strength was the #1 predictor of whether someone over 60 would still be living independently 10 years later. Let me repeat that. Not heart health, not cholesterol, not blood pressure. Calf strength. Why? Because your calves do more than move you. They're your body's second heart. Every step you take, every time you rise onto your toes, your calf muscles help pump blood back up to your brain, your heart, your vital organs. Weak calves mean poor circulation, slower brain function, cold feet. And when you stumble, your calves are what catch you. They generate that final push your body uses to regain balance. So what do? The answer is both elegant and deceptively simple. Standing heel raises and with a balance twist. Here's how to do it right. Stand behind a chair. Lightly touch the backrest for support. Keep your feet hip-width apart. Slowly rise onto your toes. Push as high as you can through the balls of your feet. At the top, hold for 3 seconds and look straight ahead, not down. Slowly lower yourself back down, taking another 3 seconds. That's 1 rep. Start with 10. Work your way up to 25. Feeling steady? Try doing it on 1 foot at a time. No weights, just your own balance. A Japanese longevity study found that people over 60 who could perform 20 one-legged heel raises had arterial flexibility of people 15 years younger, and their fall rates were less than half that of those who couldn't. But there's more. This movement lights up something called the muscle pump mechanism. Every time you lift and lower your heels, you're compressing veins and pushing blood upward, like squeezing a sponge. This movement boosts circulation to the brain, which is why cognitive test scores improved by 26% in participants after just 12 weeks. And the balance challenge? That's where the brain benefits explode. Holding yourself steady with your eyes forward engages your vestibular system, the inner ear structure responsible for spatial awareness. This part of your nervous system weakens silently with age, unless you train it. MRI scans have shown that balance training like this increases gray matter in the brain regions responsible for movement coordination. So in 10 minutes a day, you're not just building calves, you're literally building brain. I've seen patients in their 80s regain the confidence to walk unaided just by doing this one movement. So today, here's your assignment. 10 controlled heel raises. 3 seconds up, 3 seconds hold, 3 seconds down. Take your time, focus your mind, let your body remember what stability feels like. Because strength is visible, but balance is silent power. Exercise number 2, modified chair squats, reclaiming your right to stand tall. There's a moment that haunts many older adults, and I've seen it happen more times than I can count. You go to stand up from the couch, but your legs don't respond like they used to. You lean forward, push with your hands, maybe even rock back and forth to get momentum, and then it hits you. I can't get up like I used to. That single realization, that loss of independence in the smallest movement, is where decline begins for so many people over 60. But it doesn't have to be that way. I'm 91. I do this next movement almost daily, and it's the #1 reason I'm still able to get up, walk freely, and live on my own. It's called the modified chair squat, and I believe it should be taught to every person over 50. You don't need a gym, you don't need perfect knees, and no, it's not going to ruin your joints. In fact, it might save them. A 2024 meta-analysis of 42 studies found that doing this exact movement correctly reduced knee pain by 58%, even in people with arthritis. Here's why. When done properly, chair squats activate your glutes, hamstrings, quadriceps, core, and even your spinal stabilizers, all at once. It's not just exercise. It's a rehearsal for real life. This is the same movement you do every time you get off the toilet, stand up from bed, rise from a chair at dinner. Lose this movement, and you lose your independence. A study from the Stanford Longevity Center found that older adults who could not perform a sit-to-stand test without using their arms had 3 times the mortality rate over 5 years. But here's the good news. This movement can be rebuilt, and surprisingly quickly. Here's how to do it right. Use a sturdy chair where your knees are at a 90-degree angle when seated. Stand in front of it with your feet shoulder-width apart, toes slightly pointed out. Cross your arms over your chest or reach forward for balance. Now here's the key. Hinge at your hips. Imagine closing a car door with your backside. Slowly lower yourself toward the chair. Take about 3 seconds. Lightly touch the chair with your glutes. Don't sit, and then push back up. Rise with control, pressing through your heels and squeezing your glutes. Start with 5-8 reps, build up to 15-20. If you need support, hold a countertop at first. Within a few weeks, you'll feel stronger not just in your legs, but in your daily life. A Stanford study showed that just 6 weeks of chair squats 3 times per week increased lower body power by 47% and improved walking speed measurably. And most fascinating, brain scans showed more activation in the motor cortex, the part of the brain responsible for movement. Your brain literally rewires itself for better control and coordination every time you squat. That's why I say squats are not just a leg exercise, they're a freedom exercise. So here's what I want you to try today. Find a safe, solid chair, set a timer for 5 minutes, see how many controlled, pain-free squats you can do in that time. It might feel humbling at first, but with every repetition you're saying, I'm taking back my strength. This movement gave me back my life. It might just give you back yours too. Exercise number 1. Bird dog. Hold progressions, the movement that rebuilds you from the inside out. I left this for last and because this one changed my life. When I turned 85, something began to scare me more than pain, more than weakness. It was the fear of losing connection, not just to my body, but to my mind. I'd forget why I walked into a room. I'd trip on rugs I used to step over with ease. My posture sagged. My back ached. I started questioning myself. Is this the beginning of cognitive decline? Am I fading? Then I found this exercise. And I'll be honest, I thought it looked silly at first. But within weeks, I was standing taller, thinking clearer, walking steadier, and my back, my constant source of tension, felt stronger than it had in years. It's called the bird dog hold, and scientists now believe it's one of the single most powerful full-body exercises for healthy aging. A 2024 study from the Journal of Gerontology named it the #1 movement for maintaining functional independence after 60. Harvard researchers found it activated deep core muscles, improved spinal stability, boosted cognitive function, and, this is what blew my mind, increased lifespan markers by 42%. How can one movement do all that? Because bird dog isn't just a muscle exercise. It's a brain-body connection exercise. Here's how to do the basic version. Get on all fours on a yoga mat or carpet, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Keep your spine neutral, not arched or rounded. Slowly lift your right arm forward and your left leg back until both are parallel to the floor. Hold for 5 seconds. Focus on keeping your body square. Don't let your hips twist. Return slowly. Switch sides. That's 1 rep per side. Start with 5. What makes this movement so powerful is what's happening inside your nervous system. You're forcing both sides of your brain to fire in coordination, a process called cross-lateral activation. The Cleveland Clinic found that seniors who practiced bird dog 4-week improved memory, balance, and executive function, and reduced dementia risk by 31%. Want more? The Mayo Clinic followed 500 adults doing bird dog progressions. After 8 weeks, they reported plus 93% in core strength, 76% in lower back pain, 82% fall risk, plus 3.2% bone density in hips and spine, a reversal of 4 years of typical decline. This movement trains what we call rotational stability, your body's ability to resist twisting and collapsing when turning, reaching, or catching yourself. That's why it improves posture, reflexes, and even mood. Here's a simple progression plan. Week 1-2, 5 sec holds per side, 5 reps. Week 3-4, 10 sec holds, week 5-6. Add small 1-inch pulses while holding. Week 7-8. Try doing it with eyes closed, boosting proprioception and brain activity. And here's a tip from my personal practice. While holding, push your hand forward and your foot backward, like you're trying to stretch the floor apart. This creates irradiation, total body tension that strengthens your entire frame and sharpens your neural pathways. You'll feel everything turn on, your spine, your shoulders, your glutes, your brain. It's hard to describe until you try it. But when you do, you'll feel it. The quiet power of control returning. And for me, that feeling is worth everything. So today, try just 5 reps. Focus. Breathe slow. Move with intention. You're not just exercising. You're rebuilding who you are, one stable, graceful movement at a time. So now you've seen them. The 5 exercises that together are more powerful than walking alone. But the next question is always, how do I fit this into my day? The truth is, you don't need to overhaul your life. You don't need an hour. And you certainly don't need a gym. What you need is a rhythm, a simple structure that works with your body, your energy, and your schedule. Here's how I, at 91 years old, do it every week. And it takes me less than 25 minutes per session, just 3 to 4 times per week. Let's break it down. Morning, after you wake up, 5 to 7 minutes. Start your day with activation, not exhaustion. Bird dog hold progression. 5 reps, side. Wakes up your spine, core, and brain. Sets your balance for the day. Week by week, increase to 10 seconds hold and add pulses. Standing heel raises, 10-15 reps. Boosts blood flow, calf strength, and stability. Great to do while brushing teeth or waiting for coffee to brew. Optional tip. Turn on calming music. Breathe deeply. Let it be a grounding ritual. Midday, before or after lunch, 10 minutes. This is your power and posture booster. Modified chair squats, 10-15 reps. Strengthens legs, hips, back, key for independence. Do them before lunch or while waiting for food to heat. Wall push-ups with hold, 5-10 reps. Upper body power, plus reaction time, plus core. Focus on slow tempo and full control. Adjust foot distance as needed. Progression. Try combining both into a short flow. Squats, push-ups, repeat. Evening before dinner or TV, 5 minutes. End your day by restoring balance and walking strength. Seated leg lifts with resistance. 10-15 reps each leg. Rebuilds hip and thigh power. Crucial for walking and stair climbing. Add ankle weights or resistance bands if you're ready. Don't rush these. Breathe. Focus. Let each rep be an act of care. Rotation strategy weekly. To keep your body adapting and avoid plateaus. Day 1, full routine, all 5 exercises. Day 2, rest or light walk. Day 3, morning. Plus, midday, set only. Day 4, full routine. Again, day 5, just evening. Plus, bird dog. Day 6, rest or walk. Day 7, full routine, optional. You don't need perfection. You need consistency. Even doing this 2 to 3x per week gives better results than walking daily without targeting your weak zones. Remember, no equipment required, but ankle weights help over time. No floor work, besides bird dog. No pain. Just slow, intentional strength building. Everything can be done in a small space, even a bedroom. This is not a workout plan, it's a longevity plan. It's how you stay standing, smiling, and strong for years to come. I want you to hear me now, not just with your ears, but with your heart. You are not too old to get stronger. You are not too far gone to improve. You are not broken. Your body is simply waiting for the right signals to rebuild. And those signals, you now know them. 5 simple exercises. No machines, no long workouts, just your body, your breath, and your decision to begin. I've worked with people in their 60s, 70s, 80s, even 90s, who started with just 1 rep, 1 wall push-up, 1 squat, 1 shaky bird dog. And within weeks, they were walking better, standing taller, sleeping deeper. One woman told me, "I used to fear bending down to tie my shoes. Now I do it without thinking. I feel like myself again." That's the gift waiting for you. Not just strength, but confidence, clarity, and freedom. And it only takes 5 minutes a day to begin. Not 5 hours, not 5 days a week, just 5 focused minutes. So now I ask you, what do you choose? Will you take back control? Will you try 1 rep today? If you're ready, type "I'm in the comments. Let this be the moment you made a promise to your future self. Also, share with us. What's the 1 daily activity you want to improve? What's your biggest obstacle? Time, pain, motivation? We read every comment, we reply, and we cheer you on. And if this video helped you, send it to a friend, a sibling, or someone you love who's also over 60. You might just change their future too. Remember, strength doesn't leave us. We just stop calling it. Today, you called it back.